This presentation is offered by Glass Service Italy. Today we will talk about European combustion standards. Safety standards change depending on the location where the system will be installed. The two main areas are Europe and United States. In this presentation, we will focus on European safety standards relating to various regulations. EN 746/2 indicates which safety equipment is required for industrial furnaces and indicates the safety level for each piece of equipment installed. If the location where the system will be installed is classified as explosive, then the ATEX directive must be taken into account. Items complying with European standards will have certificates and labels marked with this yellow symbol. Standards depend not only on the geographical area, but also on the zone within the furnace itself. The furnace melting zone requires specific rules, which we will detail throughout this presentation. In the distributor and forehard zones, though, additional requirements are necessary due to the premixing of natural gas and air. According to the European standards, the equipment shown on this slide is mandatory on a main gas pipeline. For the purposes of this presentation, we will focus on the safety equipment and its control board. Details about the mechanical equipment will be available in another presentation. The first thing of note is that the Safety Control Board, whether centralized or local, should always be in control of all mandatory safety devices. Following along the gas flow pipeline, the mandatory safety devices are the low pressure switch and the high pressure switch, the shut-off safety valves, and, for power over 1200 kilowatts, the tightness control. Moving to the air pipeline, the only mandatory safety device is the air pressure switch. And within the combustion chamber of the furnace, the mandatory safety device is the temperature transmitter. It is also important to note that in order to comply to European safety regulations, these devices will need to meet a minimum SIL2 safety standard. Now let's talk about the air-to-gas ratio, which should be controlled from a process board as well. The natural gas flow and the air flow will be controlled by the temperature and pressure transmitter, highlighted here with a red and blue circle. These transmitters should always comply to Safety Integrity Level Regulation, or SIL. SIL2 is usually enough in most circumstances, but in cases where the gas-to-air ratio failure could lead to an immediate hazard, the safety integrity level must be SIL3. In a real-world application, such as a glass melting furnace operating 24/7, the filter, the reduction section, and the safety shut-off valves should be redundant to guarantee the continuity of the operation and also for maintenance purposes. In this slide, you can see a safety and flow control skid for the furnace combustion burners with all the necessary safety devices in place. All of the items we've covered so far will be controlled by a safety control board. Safety boards can utilize one of two different technologies: electromechanical or DCS or PLC. Control boards will need to meet a minimum SIL2 safety standard. The process control board loop controls the combustion ratio of air to natural gas. The ratio loop control should always comply to SIL2, but in cases where the gas-to-air ratio failure could lead to an immediate hazard, the safety integrity level must be SIL3. Thank you for watching our EU combustion standard video. We hope it was helpful. If you'd like us to cover another subject or you would like a consultation, please email us and we will be in contact. To receive our latest videos and updates, subscribe to our newsletter.